Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Agents of Reflection Scar, Episode 6, Intervention. This is one of our Digimon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as on itch.io. Do remember that this campaign is run every other Saturday and certain Thursdays, pretty much every other Thursday, so you can come see it live on those dates. Otherwise, let's go ahead and begin with introductions, starting with the good boy, great panda, Maddie.
Hey guys, I'm Anirosu. I am a red panda who does cool, awesome, dope Twitch stuff, and also does a lot of storytelling in D&D Pathfinder and newly Scar. Thank you, Zim, for having me on.
Absolutely. And everyone, go check out Maddie Orosu. This is a threat. Go check him out. But I am Razim, and I am playing as Cashel, the shadow metal type Kudamon, and apparently face of the party, and he does not seem to be very good at making friends, except for with enemies, it seems.
Paradoxical.
Yeah.
Jim and underscore tipped $10. Traditional interventions.
Thank you so much for that tip, Geemond. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed. And off to Merl.
Hello, I'm Merl and I'm playing David, the basic type Galmon. And on to Hyro.
Hello, I'm Ren playing Hyro the Renamon, light and shadow type. And he's still not happy with the situation he's gonna be in very soon. On to you, Sammy.
Well, real quick, I did want to point out, Merl is using the midnight icon today because his internet is out. So, you know.
Yes.
He is David, just wrong icon there.
Wait, can he not access reactive through his phone?
Not
Or
that,
whatever he's using?
I could try.
Sorry, I don't mean to hold us up.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sammy, while
Keep
Merl's
going.
looking into that.
Hi, I'm Gipgab or Gabby, and I'll be playing Sammy, the Windfire type Digimon. Elevators are trying to kill me, but nobody else seems to realize that. Maybe one day they will too. On to you, Wyatt.
Hello, I am Azure, and I'm playing Wyatt, the electric metal type Pulsemon. And I guess on to our guest.
Hello, y'all. I do things, or Ido if you prefer, and I'll be the guest starring as Ido. The black Agumon that somehow entered the other side. Or came from the other side, right into the human world.
Oopsie.
Alright, and for the recap. I know Azure's got the notes, but I say you pass them over to Gibgab and let him do it.
Now he already has them.
Yep, I'm just pulling them up. Alright, and here we are. Session 5, center stage. That was the last session. Last time we started by continuing Cashel and Sammy's conversation with Valen. That is Valen Castillo, the head of Mirrorpool, quote-unquote. Cashel tried to confirm whether Valen was, in fact, in charge at Mirrorpool, which made Valen uncomfortable. Conflicted with whether to answer at all, let alone truthfully. With some encouragement from Cashel, Valen began explaining that while he was the head inductive authority at Mirrorpool and could at any point grant or rescind the power to access the other world, it would be disingenuous for him to claim to be the leader of the organization. Cashel asked who would be the one in charge, and Valen explained that while he didn't have a definitive answer, that it was Celestia or Bond that gave him his briefings and exerted his will upon Mirrorpool. Cashel asked whether Valen was a prisoner, to which Valen gave a very canned and rehearsed response, that he was locked away due to how integral his powers were to the continued function of Mirrorpool. Pressed further by Cashel, Valen elaborated that, long before any of the agents were born, a committee that truly runs Mirrorpool voted 7-3 to have Valen imprisoned for the safety of the continued existence for Mirrorpool. Over time, the containment escalated to his current meager accommodations.
Ren_L59 tipped $10. Tradition.
Thank you for the tip, Ren. That is the second tier of the tip goal completed.
Cashel
Is that a puppy gonna save the day? Sorry, go ahead.
All good. Cashel inquired further into this full scope of vexation. Valen explained that vexation erased the immediate memories of contact with Mirrorpool agents in the other world, albeit with collateral damage. When Cashel asked what his collateral damage was, Valen was interrupted by the hiss of the reinforced door to Valen's cell / room being open. Valen quickly hit his radio and returned to the previous location and posture before Mr. Bond entered the room. She told Valen they were security risks and that a lockdown was going to be initiated soon. She asked Cashel and Sammy to wrap things up. Cashel asked if there were other powers they should know, and Valen explained that there were certain expansions upon the agents' Digimon forms, but due to the increase in power these expansions brought, they wouldn't be given until the agents did more for Mirrorpool. Sammy asked what the rifts were and how they form. Valen explained that a rift can be opened either by someone like Valen with a connection to the other world, devices made with other world technology, or by Digicores, the effective souls of Digimon which are drawn back to the other world, eventually forcing their way back. Sammy asked whether the agents would open rifts if they stayed in their Digimon forms long enough. Valen expressed that he did not know, but felt it was imperative they never find out. Mr. Bond cut the meeting off and asked Cashel and Sammy to leave. Once out of earshot, Cashel expressed to Sammy that he believed there was more to the situation that warranted more investigation.
Truly, this is the dankest dungeon.
Ido Things tipped $5. Razin coins.
Thank you for the tip, Ido.
And I quote this part, Sammy agreed in his own special way. Thank you, Azure. The pair then went to visit Jacob Davis to ask about tech to return Digimon to the other world without killing them. Jacob retrieved the file for the other world transponder and remarked that agents weren't really supposed to send Digimon back. He explained that the transponder opened rifts of its own, potentially causing bigger problems. Jacob handed Cashel the file and told him and Sammy that the prototype was in lockup, but he didn't have the authority to give it to them. Sammy, out of curiosity, asked how long rifts last. Jacob replied that they lasted until they were closed and that Mirrorpool had a readily available device to close them, the Siege Ender. Cashel also handed over his personal Steam Deck to get scanned for any issues and also mentioned the one he gave to Ishmael. Sammy noticed Jacob's eyes widen at the mention of Ishmael before he corrected himself. Sammy asked if Jacob knew Ishmael, but he simply continued to work on Cashel's Steam Deck. Cashel asked him to answer Sammy's question and that he lied he was classified. Cashel and Sammy continued to try to speak about it, pulling up Ishmael's files to look into things, which prompted Jacob to pull a gun on them. I remember that was very fun. Jacob expressed that whatever history Ishmael had with Mirrorpool, it had nothing to do with him. He told the pair to leave his office and threatened them to not look through Corinne's files. The agents tried to talk Jacob down, having gotten Jacob to lower his guard enough that, with Sammy's help, Cashel was able to disarm and restrain him. Cashel threatened that the next time Jacob pointed a weapon at him or his team, he would put Jacob 6 feet under. He also asked Jacob what he didn't want the agents to see in Ishmael's file. Jacob explained that he was a friend of Cronin and that if he hadn't been caught, he would have left with them. That he was stripped of his Digimon form and stationed for getting caught. He also clarifies that he wasn't like that anymore and that he no longer wished to be a threat to Mirrorpool. He also expressed that he didn't want Ron breathing down his neck again and that he didn't think the agents wanted that either. He pleaded that Cashel let sleeping dogs lie. Cashel expressed that he didn't hold Jacob's past against him, but holding them at gunpoint wasn't a good look for him. Sammy told Jacob that he seemed like a pretty cool guy, gun aside, that he hoped to be able to help him out. Jacob not wanting Cashel and Sammy. Jacob, not wanting Cashel and Sammy to hang around in his office longer than necessary, offers to retrieve the other world transponder from lockup and even fix it up for them for a price. Sammy paid, and Jacob got to work, and made sure it would end with them when they left for the mission. He then requested the pair leave his office with expedience. On their way to the mess hall, Sammy had another elevator scare. This time he heard a whisper in the hum of the speaker. It grew louder until he could make it out. "It's almost time. Are you ready?" A purple oval appeared, and claws emerged, pulling the rift wider. A creature on the other side asking, "Are you ready to count my teeth?" Then the lights came back on and everything was back to normal, Cashel not having seen anything of what happened, and Sammy immediately fainted. Cashel carried Sammy back to the mess hall to meet up with the others. Sammy was woken with a backhand from Cashel, and the pair recounted the others with everything that happened with Valen and Jacob and the elevator. Wyatt expressed how nice it was to have any information at all about what was going on. Hyro, however, felt there was still too much the agents weren't being told. Wyatt proposed the agents look for the rift that the Digimon at the convention center came through to send them home. The agents decide that David will retrieve the device used to close rifts, and Cashel and Sammy forgot to get. And Wyatt and Hyro are sent to acquire fake FBI or CIA or whatever badges to help smooth things along in case the agents encounter law enforcement. With the siege under and Interpol IDs in hand, the agents reconvened and headed to the loading bay where Crane was waiting for them with another agent there to guide them, call sign Estrella. With the other world transponder and a full black Agumon quad suit already loaded, the team boarded the helicopter headed to Sacramento, California. During the overnight flight, Wyatt was woken up by Estrella. She was anxious about going to the convention, surrounded with people which make it easy for information to get out. It turned out that Estrella joined Mirrorpool under special circumstances and had much more choice than for her contracts. She had never been on a mission that had much in the public eye. Unfortunately, that was Wyatt's second mission ever, so he couldn't offer much advice or support, but admitted that he's also nervous, both on missions and at Mirrorpool in general. Estrella then asked if Wyatt had ever closed the rift before. Wyatt honestly answered that he hadn't, but he had seen one in person before. Estrella asked him what it was like. Wyatt explained that before a rift opens, the area around it gets eerily still and very, very cold. Then the rift opens with a deafening sound. An open rift is chaotic and produces a lot of wind. If you aren't right next to one being pulled in, you are being pushed away. Estrella remarked that it must have been awful for Wyatt to have gone through that, and that she hoped they don't have to get near one, to which Wyatt explained that they will probably have to get close to destroy the rift. Estrella then left Wyatt to continue sleeping. The agents awoke having touched down on the helipad of the roof of the convention center. The team went over the mission again. The plan was to make contact with the Black Galgamon, Ido, to convince him to follow them to an enclosed space where they could keep people out, like a bathroom or hotel room. Have Hyro leave the room in the quad suit, with Sammy posing as the handler, and for Hyro to have the head fall off the suit, revealing Ido to just be a really good suit. The other agents would then sneak Ido out of the convention, have him take them to the rift he came in on, send Ido back through and close the rift behind him. The agents descended down the lobby to make it through registration, Ido in the middle of the lobby surrounded by an enormous crowd. The suit was put in the hotel room, and the agents waited in line to meet Ido, except for Wyatt, who kept watch. Hyro and David made it to Ido first, but didn't dare break cover in front of all those people. Before Cashel and Sammy could make it to the front of the line, Ido wandered off. The agents followed the Galgamon to a restaurant. Cashel then offered to get Ido some food, and Ido eagerly accepted. The rest of the agents watching Ido in the meantime. Food in hand, the agents found an out-of-the-way spot to eat with Ido. The agents talked with Ido and learned that he didn't realize he was in a different world. Cashel explained that they would like to get Ido home, but Ido seemed saddened by this. Cashel messaged Estrella asking if they could take Ido back with them, but assuming they couldn't. Estrella was equally enamored with Ido, but said that they would have to run it past Raban. Cashel asked what the chances were that Raban would be okay with it, and Estrella only responded with a skull emoji. Cashel reiterated to Ido that they needed to get him home, and that once the convention ended, it was going to get very, very difficult for the Galgamon. And that's where we ended.
All right. So, storyteller desperately trying to remember whose turn it was. Be it Ido's or the party's.
I believe it ended with Cashel L speaking.
Because the last thing it says is that Cashel said that things were going to get much more difficult.
Yeah. And it kind of, if I recall, ended with sad puppy dog eyes.
Oh,
Yep.
that's right.
Yep, that's right.
That's what Cashel sent to Estrella that made her want to keep Wyatt.
Yes, yes.
We'll feed him and water him and walk him every day.
Simple. We kill Valen and use the cell to put Ido in the cell. That way it doesn't matter when the rift's open.
No, we don't. It's not Valen that we need to worry about. I think he'd be on board.
No, but we
Mr.
need
Vaughn.
we need his cell so that we can keep Ida safely in there.
No. I think he'd be safe wandering around the Mirrorpool. It's Raban that we gotta worry about.
The rifts are a problem, okay?
Yeah, no, if Fido sticks around too long, he'll punch a hole back.
He will?
Unintentionally. Remember, we were told that if Digicore stays in this world too long, it basically punches a rift back to the other world.
Right.
Oh yeah, we were
The
told that.
Digicore wants to get back.
So we just have to get him to a secure location. So if that does happen, no one would find out about it.
Presumably, he came in on from a rift.
Mm-hmm. That's
So,
one of the quest side objectives, or if we can find the rift and either close it or send Ida back through it, that'd be easier.
So what's our next play, gang?
Um,
trying to convince Ido.
You notice he looks tense.
hey, relax. We're only here to help.
David will quietly say, things must not have been very good for our friend in the other world.
Were they bad for you? You mentioned you were just running along and having a good time there.
Not always these bad, but not always good.
All of life can be like that, though. Even here, you'll run into those kinds of situations. The difference is, at least there, you'll be among your own kind. And either way, you're just going to wind up going back there anyways. It's just a matter of if we can send you back in a safe way, or you wind up sending yourself back in a way that might cause somebody to get hurt.
Or even yourself to get hurt as well.
To those of you who are speaking to our friend Ido, go ahead and roll. Let's get a group roll for persuasion.
So everybody rolls persuasion?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just request that Hyro not roll?
Oh my god, come on! Come on!
So mean!
Really?
Whoever's rolling for
Actually-
me, roll 4 dice.
To be fair, I don't know if Hyro's actually there.
I mean, we all are there.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in
Just
the
not.
room?
We're in. Are we in a room? I thought we were outside.
No. I think Hyro was in the hotel room that we were given.
I had suggested he go get the suit ready for when we get ready to, but I don't know if he actually did or not.
No, I did not.
Okay.
We're all still here.
Yeah, so we're all still here.
3 dice.
Are you, what roll do we need again? I'm sorry.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Right, I'm rolling for Merl. 2. Okay.
Not me.
A gleaming endowment.
No.
Jim and underscore tipped
Whoa.
$25. Save the Edo Paint treat.
Keeban,
Aw.
thank you so much for that tip. That is the tip goal fully completed.
See? I can roll good. See?
Everybody has their moments, Rin.
God freaking.
That's nothing for me.
How many boost die do I have again?
And for David. Which what's it called?
I did mind cutting persuasion, which would be 4 dice.
Okay.
All right. That looks. Yeah, that looks well in excess of the threshold. How does Ido respond?
Ido still looks tense. He's giving them a now wary leer about, as curious why they know all this, before he finally sags eggs and seems to have a look of acceptance in his eyes.
I mean, hey, come on. It's not too bad. You can always kind of look at the plus side, you know? I mean, I kind of understand how it can be sometimes. Like, you know, you're somewhere new. Just a lot of new people, a lot of new things to see, a lot of new things to experience, and it's fun, you know? I mean, it's a little break from the usual, and in a place like this, at a time like this, with the way I look, it's wonderful and it's exciting. You know, people here are nice, they're cool, but you know, with time, it does kind of wear off. Things go from being new to just becoming the usual. People go from just being nice to you for the sake of it to expecting things from you. And before you know it, you're kind of back to the same old usual. The only problem is you're no longer at home. You don't have your bed. You don't have the food you like to eat, the people you know, the places you like to visit. And you don't even have your own bathroom. And that sucks because the only bathroom that's good is the bathroom at home. I can understand, but home is always where the heart is.
Throughout the course of that, it looks like he's listening, and then it looks like you lose him a bit, especially around the bathroom part.
I'll be right back.
But then he seems to slowly understand it towards the end. Okay. I guess you're here to bring me back there, then?
Yeah.
That's our job, I guess.
Pretty much.
We ideally will send you back the way you came in. Do you happen to know where exactly you did come here from?
It was in a very dark area. I didn't see many people there, so I kind of just snuck out.
Do you think you might be able to sniff your way back? follow your own trail, as it were.
Perhaps, I think. Out of character. Here, can he do that, Nadia?
Absolutely. Well, actually, to sorry. Let me make a roll for that one. Because as a matter of perception, it would be hard to find your own scent in a con anywhere
Yeah,
after a
that's
while.
that was more or less what I was wondering.
See. You will be unable to catch your own scent back towards where you came from, but you distinctly remember that it was elevated far above where you are now.
There's too many scents for me to really parse out mine. But I think I remember it being higher up.
Like higher up in this building? Or somewhere else?
I had to go down a lot of stairs, I believe.
Hmm. Oh. Hmm.
So, a larger building.
I know what I'm assuming, but are there any like taller buildings in the area?
I do remember the room smelling of food, though.
Food.
Yeah, and it had a lot of the. If there's a table nearby, he'll point at it. But round.
Like a restaurant on a high floor.
Are there any Marty, are there any buildings nearby that would fit that kind of description?
Around you, and especially in this area, there are all manner of other hotels and office buildings. If you came in from a different building, it's going to be hard to track down which one with that description alone.
Hmm.
Do you know about how long it took you to travel to this location?
Out of character, I assume it wouldn't have been too long.
No, not at all. You'd have arrived on this floor in about 15 minutes.
All right, that's what he will say. Hey, and this is just him taking the stairs just to sneak around.
Alright. Can you maybe take us back to where you entered this location? We can try to backtrace your steps from there.
Shouldn't we wait till it's dark or something? We don't want other people.
I mean, we can acting like we're sightseeing.
Yeah, but I know.
At this point, he is already well known to the point that trying to keep him secret, unfortunately, isn't really something that's going to be possible. He did not travel far. The local public likely, they should at this point know that this convention is going on, as Cashel's kind of gesturing towards the many fursuiters that are probably out in the street and such right now.
That does happen.
I guess.
It's definitely a good concern, and it is something that I'm worried about as well. However, doing it in the dark could make it more difficult for Ido to actually get to actually find the trail.
Fair.
I mean,
I have a big question.
all we're doing right now is just find a trail. Once we know it, we can probably do it, at the nighttime where we gotta sneak him in.
And I also have a really big flashlight.
It's also easier to get into a lot of places during the day than at night. Not generally with, big fluffy dog here with us, but
Yeah. Once we get a location or a direction, we can go from there then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I know,
that's the plan for now?
Mm-hmm.
Probably for now, but you're still gonna have to get in the suit later.
Oh, I know.
Just to
I can't wait.
prove, right?
Hmm?
Just for proof,
It's gonna be so fun though.
Fun.
So I guess we follow Ido around.
Yeah.
You can take us to the last place you remember entering here.
Mm-hmm.
At our character, it really depends on how much the concourse, how many people is going to affect that.
Yeah, that's also the problem. As soon as we go back in the building, we're gonna get swarmed.
yes, but
Be right back.
even if we are going back into the building, we can just let con staff know, hey, he needs to get somewhere.
That works, I guess.
So yeah, I would say we kind of form a small group around him, give a little barrier, and otherwise show us the way.
Assuming he's done eating, I think Ido will try his best as to guide.
All right. As predicted, almost immediately as you were outside of the red grill, you are swarmed by congoers, suitors, and the like. And fortunately, the one who was kind of looking after Ido to begin with, the con staff, is right there by the door, notices your approach, and hastens to get between you and the crowd. Of course, being but one young lady, she's not doing much to deter people from clamoring for photos.
I can help. After all, I'm gonna be supposed to be Atlas handler.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
We just have to follow Ido while also like physically blocking him.
At least Cashel's got a very large, intimidating presence to him.
Kind of funny when you think about it. You have arch canine creature that's just smiling and waving, and then you have a human and just glaring at everybody who gets close. That's six human, but still.
Glares and it's like they hit a wall.
I know how to get the people away. I can throw a pound of flour at them.
No,
No.
no.
It'll be like a giant smoke screen.
No.
No.
That's also a fire hazard.
That's a problem for them, not for me.
Absolutely not. Vetoed.
Fine, I can throw 16 ounces of glitter at them.
Okay, that's a little better, but still, let's save that for, desperate measures.
Fine.
No, that's more evil. People are going to be finding that in their suitcase for the next month.
Oh, now you're just tempting me.
Month? Month?
I'm
Try
back.
Glitter never
decades.
leaves.
Art herpes.
Wait, what?
Glitter. It's
Oh.
herpes of art supplies.
Next time they come to the con, they're gonna find glitter from last year.
So yeah,
If
it's
you're
a
gonna employ that tactic. Do it where Ido's not gonna be.
weaponized glitter as a deterrent. As everybody knows. But yeah, I guess we just try to snowplow our way through the crowd with Ido.
All right. Is our strategy force, intimidation? What we using here?
Kind of more of a urgent forcefulness.
We have to go somewhere. We have to do with walking with purpose. That kind of thing where you look like you have a place to be 10 minutes ago.
All right. Do we want to use presence for that one, Tim?
I think so. Yeah, Cashel's not necessarily trying to intimidate so much as clearly putting off that we need to get somewhere.
Gotcha. And with the con staff nearby, go ahead and reduce the difficulty by 1.
Wouldn't
Not that
change
it matters
much,
to you,
but Cashel is going to tell the con staff member, hey, he's not feeling well. We need to get him away from here, but we got to go through the con floor. So if we could try and get the crowd away as best we can, that's what we're going to try and just move through.
Yes, sir, she says. Taking... I'm trying to think what a normal person could do.
What if we just scream that he has the flu and then people might stay away?
Considering
Everyone
what we've
expects-
seen with the pandemic, I don't think so.
Hey, if it gets half of them to back off, that's still a win.
Oh, you know what? She could do this. She's going to unhook a megaphone from her. Yeah, she's gonna do that, Gabby. That's exactly what she's gonna do.
I'm sorry. Let me go yell at the dog. I'll be right back.
No, don't yell at them. Give them pets. Anyways, she's going to unhook a megaphone from her hip, bring the mouthpiece to her face, and set off a loud alarm tone that gathers the attention of everyone nearby before speaking. All right, sightseers, we're going to need you to move to either side of the aisle. We've got to get our guest here back to their room. They're not feeling well. Please be courteous of our friend at this time. And that is how you get the reduction in difficulty.
Yay!
Sweet.
So, who else is rolling? Anyone?
Ido was
I'll
covering right
roll,
here.
or more so, Azure will roll for me. Roll
Uh-huh.
4 dice, please.
Okay.
Roll 3 dice. Wait, which one are we using for this?
Presents.
Presents.
Ido was covering his ears at the sound of the megaphone.
David
Yeah,
rolled a
should.
2.
Yeah, 3. 3 dice. Well, it's not a botch, so.
What expertise did you use?
Forceful.
Okay.
Alright.
You know what?
Is that everybody?
I'm
Um,
gonna vigor push this.
Oh, why? I'm reading 2 successes.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Okay.
Yeah, we got reduced difficulty on this.
Oh, right. So 2 cunning.
I could also roll 4. We've reduced difficulty.
Yes.
I forget how to do that with the. Let me. The macro.
I think you
Uh,
replace 7 with the difficulty.
Yeah, the S7 should be S6.
Okay.
That's me knowing nothing about the macro, but it's the only place I see a 7. Oof.
I've rolled a 0.
Alright.
Better than a botch.
Yep. Still better than a botch.
No amount of
That's
asking people... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nothing. I was gonna make a joke, but
No amount of asking people to be courteous or to step out of the way of a sick guest is going to stop a certain crowd that may appear at these kinds of cons. However, what she was unable to stop with her voice, Cashel, Wyatt, Hyro, and David all... Sammy, you also pitched in, didn't you?
Give me
I
up some
haven't rolled, but I did. I can roll. Yeah, sorry, just go back.
There's no reason to. I've already given away the end.
Okay, good.
But yeah, you guys basically managed to put off the sense of urgency, and with a little bit of pushing and shoving are able to make your way through the crowd, even through those who are less respectful of Ido's space. Once you've arrived at the other side, where lie the annex of elevators, the young woman will take off her hat, fix her hair, let out a long sigh, and say, "Oh, I do hope you're enjoying your con so far. I am so sorry about that mess."
Oh, not a problem. It wasn't your fault. It's not often somebody comes in with such a good suit. Worked very hard on it.
"Your friend has my compliments," she says, giving a bow towards Ido. But anyways, if he's not feeling well, which room are you staying in? We can send you there.
What's our room number?
Good question. I don't know if we established this last session.
We did
One,
not
two, three,
establish a
four.
room number. I might be a little confused here, though.
We're
Did
following
he
Ido.
come... Yeah, we were following Ido to where he, came to the con from.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. He expressed a stairwell. That's right. In that case, she will have stopped at the elevators and fucking, I don't know, tried to catch up with you guys while you continued on towards the stairwell. At this point, the conversation you guys just had would have happened, and then she's going to raise an eyebrow and be like, "Wait, wouldn't you rather use the elevators?"
No, he's afraid of elevators.
Our friend here is has a phobia of elevators, so we take the stairs for his benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mercy on your poor knees.
Thank you.
Tell me about it.
It's a chore,
Well-
but gotta do what we can to take care of our friends, you know?
Oh, of course. I definitely understand. But, I'm afraid this is where I have to leave you. I still have a post.
Not a
But-
problem. Thank you for your help.
Yes,
Of course. And enjoy the rest of your con.
we will try.
Ido will wave goodbye with a smile.
And with that, she'll stretch out her back and then continue walking.
When she's out of earshot, Sam is gonna pipe up. It's not a phobia because it's not irrational. There's a weird thing in the elevator.
Irrational.
None of
Sure,
us have
Sam.
seen
Whatever
it.
helps you sleep at night.
Hyro, we saw it. Well, we heard it and saw the light go out.
Yeah, but that could be anything though. It's still fun irrational.
You're irrational. And I don't mean the square root of -1.
Oh! Got him with the math drop. Okay, sorry.
I was gonna say, isn't that more imaginary?
Oh my god.
We don't talk about it. Hyra doesn't understand the reference.
We follow Ido.
Yep,
Okay, is
following Ido.
Now
To
that
the
there's less
stairwell.
people about, is Ido able to better retrace his steps?
Alright. As you make your way up the steps, here you are able to trace your scent much, much, much better. After all, very few people willingly take the elevator, or
Wait.
take the stairs.
Nobody should take the elevator. Willingly.
However, after a certain point, the scent just drops off. Perhaps you've gone a bit too high.
Go back down the floor.
You catch your scent again.
Okay, so we know it's somewhere on. It's gotta be somewhere on this floor, or at least this is as high as we can go, as there's no scent further up.
I think it was around here.
All right. Cachel's gonna take point going, leaving the stairwell.
Yeah.
Doing the kind of
Oh.
typical clear. Just, without a gun.
We're clearing the room without a gun.
What's that? A floor.
Well, it's also, the whole point of it is getting a...
You clear it room by room, looking for sentries and such.
Yeah.
Threats.
Or people.
I mean, we really just need to find, like, basically a restaurant area, and then we'll know where it is.
A restaurant or like just a room with tables.
Yeah, and if there's none here, then, I mean, we know it's not here.
Hey, Fetch. So, to set the scene, when you guys leave the stairwell, you are on a floor that looks very different from the one above and the one below you. This is not a floor of rooms. It is a floor of meeting spaces filled with big sets of double doors in these grand, ornate-looking marble frames. You would seem this is some kind of luxury, some sort of luxurious part of the hotel, though its purpose is, well, flexible. On this floor, from where you're standing, you can see precious few other people, mostly con staff, but one, seemingly normal congoer, propped up against the wall next to a doorway. How do you proceed?
Hmm.
Well, Hyro's
So-
gonna look at Ido and like, is this? Do you think this is a floor? Or do you remember this floor?
I think I do. Nobody was here when I snuck out. Oh,
Well, that's all right. As long as we walk with purpose, it should dissuade a lot of them from paying much mind to us. Granted, we do have him with us, so that may throw a wrench into things, but for now, let's just walk like we are meant to be here. And if somebody stops us, we can just explain things away.
And keep an eye out for a rift. So, I doubt we'll have to. I doubt it's going to be easy to miss.
As you raise your nose and taste the air one more time, Ido, you catch the familiar scent of food.
None shall see me.
Oh.
Though my battle cry may give me away.
Oh dear.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god,
pause right
Frosty
there.
Bite.
Send it over.
Yeah.
This can only end well.
Oh, right. That's not what I expected. But we're here for it.
Oh boy.
All right. Ido, raising your nose to taste the air again, you find the familiar smell of food even stronger than before. Following your nose, you imagine you'll find where you came from in no time. The unfortunate bit is that it's going to lead you right to the doorway that the average congoer is standing in front of.
uh, Ido will point his head in that direction, and though he's more or less waiting to see how the rest of the group reacts.
Cashel's
Let's
gonna,
present someone snag.
Cashel's gonna walk up. Hey, this where the party is? Heard there was a party here.
Who are you speaking to?
The guy standing right next to the door.
Don't you? Ni hao. And I'm sorry, you must be a little confused. There's no party here. Merely a dinner for the guest of honor. You wouldn't happen to have a gold pass, would you?
I am assuming we do not.
Not at this time.
Okay.
What if we use Ido as a gold pass?
Well, Cashel's gonna turn to Ido. Well, I guess they're not. I guess it's a private party. Sorry, bud, you're not gonna be able to be let in there.
Ido will give the puppy eyes again.
Who can say no to that face?
You trying to convince this man that you guys belong here, or rather manipulate your way in?
Well, we don't have gold passes, so gonna
To go with Plan B.
Yeah, plan B is if they still don't let us in, we come back at night. After all.
Yeah.
But maybe, well, then again, if there is a private dinner in, a rift.
I have a. Yeah, like, first of all, if a rift's in that room, no one wants to be in there. Second of all, if we could come back at night, it'd probably be at like 4 to 6 a.m. where everyone is asleep.
The golden window.
Yeah. Where it's too late for people who have stayed up, and it's too early for people who haven't woken up yet.
There's also a different issue, if I may interject.
Mm-hmm.
With the implication that there is a dinner for the Gold Pass members going on tonight, it's going to be really rough for anyone who does attend this dinner and sees just
Yeah,
a
'cause
giant
there's a
hole in
rift in there.
space-time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, we
that's...
can't let that happen, huh?
Again,
mean,
this presents a
Do we
unique.
really care about these people?
No, if they see the
God
rift, we have to
damn,
vexate
Ren.
them all. We have to vexate
Goodness.
them all.
Okay, David has a suggestion. He'll pull Cashel to the side. It'd be like, this might be a situation where we need our credentials.
I was thinking the same thing. We may have to just force our way in if there is... It is surprising that they'd even be in there, period.
No, the Interpol credentials.
He's gonna turn back to the other person. Hey, is it already going on in there, or... Has it already started?
No. It's going to be a little longer. A few hours yet.
Okay. Cashel's gonna go up to them and pull out, the Interpol ID that he has. In that case, I can drop the act. We need to get into that room now. There's a matter of international security that I cannot explain to you, but we need in.
Listen, pal. I can say I've met hundreds, no, thousands of congoers at my time working this con, but never have I met a Scooby gang pretending to be Interpol trying to get past one of my stations. I'm sorry, but the answer is no. You can take it up with Sacramento PD if you would like, but I cannot allow you in here.
Is there anyone else in the hallway?
A few other con staff walking around, yeah.
Out of character, I feel like there's the kitchen staff would probably immediately want the party canceled or whatever is going there once they go in to set the tables and such.
Yeah? It might just be a matter of waiting for the first person to go in and be like, not here. That's bad.
Alright, I know how we can move him from the door. Just have Ren transform into or have Hyra transform into Renamon form and offer him let's go somewhere else.
No, that's not gonna work. This guy's too, no nonsense.
Yeah.
The Interpol thing didn't work on him, so...
I'm just saying, I don't think any Congo would be able to resist that. Look at that face. Not cute. Never mind, the plan won't work.
Well, we have two options. We can come back. Well, we can't come back later. I guess we might have to ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
I'm thinking vexation is going to be the key here. just
Doesn't have
not
any-
thrilled on the idea of, just starting to, throw heads with
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I have an idea. All right. Hear me out.
Is this a serious idea, like a genuine idea, or is this a meme
Kind of
idea?
actually. Kind of actually.
Oh no.
So I could just transform into the Digimon form and grab like a pack of flour and run into him totally by accident. So he has to go run to clean up because he's full of flour.
The idea
What?
is to not have more people seeing Digimon around.
Well, they won't know I'm a Digimon. It's just another fursuit. It's even
You're
bipedal.
tiny. You're tiny in your
That's right.
Biyomon form.
Darn.
The only one who could
Well, I guess
pass as a suit would be Iron.
actually,
Dang it.
Sammy could pass, a kid.
Oh.
Oh no.
That is true.
And would make a little bit more sense. Cashel is going to kind of hold up a finger to her and step away, pulling out his phone and calling. What's the name of the lady that's with us?
Estrella.
Estrella.
All right.
Go in the stairwell. Oh, well, maybe not. It's echoey in there.
Estrella will pick up. Hello?
Yes, this detective's Estrella.
She pauses for a moment and says, yes, this is she.
Unfortunately, we are having some issues with a civilian. We're trying to get into the room where the report is supposed to be, where the threat is supposed to be, and they are refusing because they don't believe our credentials. So we were hoping that you could maybe come up here yourself. Sacramento PD is apparently what she is wanting. But, was hoping that you could come up and settle this so we can do our job and get back to our base.
Estrella will quiet down a little bit as she says, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you want me to do in this situation that you can't yourself.
Oh boy, she is not good at code.
Give
Cashel's
David
going-
the phone.
No, Cashel's just going to look exasperated and walk down the hallway further, looking more like he's just pacing. And when, out of earshot of her, he's going to say a bit more quietly, I was hoping that you could come up here and, pretend to be Sacramento PD so we could get into the room where the rift is probably at before the dinner that is apparently about to happen in a few hours happens. If you want us to go the route of beating everybody up here senseless and vexating them, I suppose we could, but
What?
I would
We'd
rather
rather
not go
not.
that route.
I like your plan a lot more. There's still the matter of where I'm going to find a suitable outfit at this time.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of established you as a detective. It is not uncommon for them to be in casual clothes. The main problem is having a badge for you.
I will make my way up post-haste.
Do your best to get a badge. We'll be waiting.
And
And
with
he's
that,
gonna, hang
Sorry,
up
go ahead.
and just go lean against the wall nearby, looking incredibly annoyed.
Cue awkward elevator music here.
I just assume we're like waiting in the stairway.
Yep.
Probably more the hallway, you know. Not
Yeah.
sure how close this room door is to the stairway. I kind of don't imagine it's very close, but...
Not really. No.
Do,
The
do, 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 do.
the doorman is going to doorman, by the way, Zim, is going to.
Oh, I thought it was a
Uh,
woman, but...
I guess that's what I get for trying to do accents. I just sound funny. Anyways, he approaches and kind of kneels down in front of Ido. Says, "Your friend here, he's... well, he's got a special suit.
One of a kind.
I should say so. Did he make it himself?"
Ido is just has his head tilted in more or less in confusion, even if he's probably heard people ask him this a lot.
No, we got a maker.
Oh. I've definitely got to get in touch. He sounds talented. Could I bother you for a photo?
Wyatt,
Really?
like, side eyes at Cashel.
So, first off, there's still people going about up here, right?
That's right.
And what we know of vexation, it does... First off, is there any indication other than, you know, putting the palm on the head that it's happening?
It's a bit of an arcane hand gesture. Yeah.
But, like, no lights or anything, so just, you know, block
Oh no, it's not
view.
visible at all.
Okay. And they do not have to be unconscious, correct?
They do not have to be, but if you vexate them while they're still awake, they will just see everything all over again.
Fair point.
What if
It's
we
not
just
like
tell-
Men in Black where you do it and then get to explain yourself.
Why can't it be?
Yeah,
That
but
would be too easy.
Hold on, why can't it be like, wait, who are you? No, sorry, you just fell, so like I was helping you up. Are you sure you're okay? You don't remember me? I was here like 5 minutes ago.
I also worry about them getting such a close look at him, and it does erase all memory of Digimon as a whole, right?
And agents.
And
as far as I'm
agents.
aware.
That was how it works, right, Maddie?
Yes, yes.
What if you offer letting him see the suit up front? You know, if he lets us in the room. And he can even
I
see
would
the
rather
suit.
not. Hyro would rather not do that and risk it.
I'm saying that'd support the alibi that was the suit all along.
Well, it is also a common policy with a lot of, especially with, like, Interpol and the bigger ones, that they're not allowed to have photos taken. So, you know, that is a very common thing.
I just meant like let him see the head of the suit later. Can we technically have that?
You know, fair. Unfortunately, we cannot allow that here because we are now officially we're doing our job. However, to keep up appearances, he will be back downstairs later.
So your friend here too? He works for Interpol.
Yes.
Could I see his badge?
Oh.
We did not bring it with him. Being the center of attention, it was best to keep any identifying information off of him. But if you'd like to come up to the room, I could absolutely show it.
That's an interesting story, Shazi. But I suppose we can both drop the act now. Your friend. He's not like the rest of us, is he?
I'm not certain what act you're referring to.
You're right. I suppose I've been a bit too vague. He pulls down his COVID mask, which was... I mean, shit, it's the only really exposed part of his face so far. Barring the giant glasses, the hat he was wearing. He pulls down the COVID mask and reveals a very, very, very furry, almost muzzle-like face and says, "Perhaps this will jog your memory."
Perhaps we
What?
should go into the room to discuss this, then. Unless there are people in there.
No. There was one earlier, but I think he took note of what he saw and stepped outside, waiting for the authorities to arrive.
Where are they?
Wait, is who?
The one that was in there earlier.
They do some gesture with their eyes that you can't see because of their giant glasses, and then having realized this, they'll do the same gesture with their entire head, glancing over to, I guess Sammy's nearby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say, "Is your friend here feeling all right? I thought I was being less than subtle."
I prefer to get the full information.
Fine, Bizuo. I was the one who stepped into the room. I saw what's inside, and I'm doing my level best to keep everyone out. What the hell was that? Who are you, and what is he?
Let's discuss this in the room.
Promise you you'll be safe. He's never tortured anyone.
Wyatt's just gonna give like a side eye to Sammy, but not act on it further than that.
And Howard just gonna give a big sigh as well, like, "Oh my god, Sammy."
Fine. Let us use the access way, so we won't garner so much attention," he says, taking a candid little stroll down towards a much less ornate-looking door, opening it up and gesturing towards the hallway within.
Just out of character, just confirm. He has a muzzle now?
He's had a muzzle the whole time. It was just a matter of exposing it by moving the mask.
Hmm.
I still don't know what's the deal with this guy. I'm still.
I mean,
Well,
he actually close to
from the information that I'm getting, that he walked to the room, saw the portal, and somehow that got him a muzzle because of it.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this, but for now, let's just go down the hallway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
follow him.
Following.
After, Cashel will take lead, but he'll make sure that this guy goes in after him, and then the rest of you.
Sandwich him.
And he will do just that.
Oh my god.
You're going to see very shortly why I didn't see fit to open the door with everyone around. The wind coming off that thing is insane.
That is a rift. And you seem to be a Digimon.
Oh, now the gears are turning.
I
And
mean,
let me guess, you're not
partially.
Interpol, are you?
We are with a different agency altogether that we are not allowed to discuss further.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. What did he say? 'Cause I couldn't hear that.
Who?
The Digimon stranger dude. Like, what's the last thing he said?
He said, something, and let me guess, you're not with Interpol, are you?
Okay.
Give me one moment. He's going to pull out his cell phone and message Estrella. Send a quick text. Doorguard was a Digimon as well. PD badge no longer required, but
Wait.
you may want to get up here.
I have a question.
Well, real quick,
Not to you, to... Go ahead.
Real quick, he's going to go ahead and put in the location and explain how, where we went in at and stuff.
Okay.
And then send that off to Estrella.
Estrella texts back a skull emoji. And then OMW.
Wait till it's like she never arrives because she was busy at the dealer's then.
You've been so mean unintentionally to her.
Alright.
Mean to her?
I mean, we having her run around for nothing.
Well, this was... It's part of the job. Sometimes you gotta think on your feet, and it's like, well, we've got one agent that is not here who could pose as PD to get us into the room, and now the situation has changed again.
Alright. Can I ask my question now?
Go for it.
You already did.
God freaking...
Merl.
Sorry.
Would you like to ask a second question?
Yes! So, are you a Digimon? Or... Were you born a human?
I'm not sure what your question is.
Well, we see that you have a muzzle, so... Were you born with that muzzle? Will be the better question.
Radio is now watching this man and very, very intensely.
Were you born with your nose? Your friend, was he born with his muzzle? Yes. Yes.
Okay, please, just let it.
Where are you here? How do you get here?
Oh my god. Cashel's gonna have some training to do.
We're in trouble.
When you're trying to get...
Sorry, go ahead.
When you're trying to get information, it's actually... The worst idea is to actually ask questions.
Yes, you need to take a indirect route. Get them to divulge the information without actually asking a question.
Yeah, you make statements. Hence, Cashel was like, "You are a Digimon, then." You know.
I think my brain just kind of like is confused. my
Well,
brain is
this-
just very confused right now.
My autism doesn't comprehend that answer. Asking questions is obviously the easiest way. What are you talking about?
Well, like I said, you can carry on for now, but Cashel's going to do some training later.
Like, me, like, not the character, just me as a person, like, is very confused.
Oh, well, that is actually a thing that they do. Like, if you want to find out how much somebody makes, for example, you might go... Like, sure, you could go up to them and be like, how much do
How
you
much
make?
do you make?
And
They're probably gonna look at you funny and be like, I ain't telling you.
exactly. But on the flip side, if you go in and, you know, maybe ask them for some help with something, you know, normal customer kind of behavior, and then just casually drop, so I heard that you guys have gotten a raise across the board. You know, you guys are making $25 an hour now? That's great. And that's more likely to get that employee to be like, what? No, I don't. I only get like $17. What the fuck?
Man, I wish.
Yeah.
Be wrong.
Confidently say
People will
something
correct
wrong and
you.
all. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So
They
pretty much
will.
going around the-
People love to correct other people.
So we're pretty much going around the bush to get the answer.
Yes.
And then
So
we
I
often
will
will
just
get
keep-
more information.
Hyrule just gonna keep his mouth shut then because he is very blunt. He's gonna ask a question and wants the answer because he does not like that at all.
Welcome to being a secret agent.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like over half of us are just civilians.
What the fuck
If
is
anyone's
secret
paying
agent?
attention to Ido, you actually notice that he seems to be on his hackles also with this weird person.
On his what?
Something about him is rubbing him the wrong way.
His hackles are raised.
Cashel is taking note of that.
The strange man will turn towards Ido and say, Eh? What's wrong, pal? We were getting along so nice before, he says, leaning in and kneeling towards Ido.
I think Wyatt will put himself between him and Ido.
Ido will use as this opportunity to actually get a closer sniff at him towards him.
All right, I will give you what information that gleans.
He's stinky.
The man will look up at you and say, sorry. The concept of personal space is still a little foreign to me.
Still waiting on an answer from him for Sammy's question.
Oh, what was Sammy's question?
Like, where are you from? How do you get here?
He looks at you and shrugs. I just came from the coming place.
Oh dear.
Not in that way, right?
God dang it, Gab.
Gabby, why are you like this?
Note to self:
It's part of
get
his
a
charm.
shock collar for Sammy.
Like, okay. You're not from the Rift, is what I'm asking. What else could I mean?
Sammy is very straightforward. You're going to have to stop him yourself. You want him to stop asking questions directly.
Ido is now definitely has his hackles up as he's now growling at the man.
Shut up, Key.
You know, that's a great idea, Key. Note to self, figure out a remote control for the elevator that will make it freak out if Sammy speaks.
So the man will shrug and kind of shake his head and say, having a bit of trouble remembering at the moment. So what's your name?
You. Oh,
What's that?
Ido's just growling you at him.
Is something wrong, pal?
We aren't pals.
Oh,
David's gonna go up to Cashel while this exchange is going on and be like, I think we're about to lose control of this situation.
The coming place. That was the, on the other side, where, in the middle of the one town, wasn't it?
he ignores you and continues meeting Ido's gaze, saying, "Oh, why not? You were making such good friends downstairs. I just thought, maybe we could get along."
Cashel is
You can
pulling
notice
out
that
gun.
Probably a good response, as you probably noticed the metal black tendrils those Ido has as we're slowly raised up in an attacking motion.
Cashel is
You were
pulling...
pursuing a
Oh, go ahead.
He was chasing me. Hey.
Cashel nods. Why don't you back away from him nice and slow?
Was that towards the the other person or Ido?
The other person. Cashel is on the other side of them from Ido. Cashel, for his part, is taking a step or two back.
It always ends this way, doesn't it? Sooner or later, someone's going to pull out a gun. What unnecessary fuss, he says with a shrug, shaking his head.
You're the one who decided to be a creep.
I mean, if you're honest with us, this could have been handled better.
A creep? No, you misunderstand me. I was merely doing what is my birthright, growing stronger. And you, he says, gesturing at Ido, though respectfully backing up to hopefully ease Cashel. You've done a great job of getting away so far, friend, but soon we're going to be back. We're going to be back there, and you're going to have to run a lot farther for a lot longer if you want to keep your data. That is, unless you'd like to settle this right now.
First, did you open the rift?
Me? No.
Understood.
Aido's response is at this point he has his teeth bared. You are not taking me, eh?
I won't have to take you anywhere. They're going to bring you back to me. He says, very intentionally trying to stir fear in Ido by gesturing at the group.
Oh. You see, we were told to destroy a Digimon here. However, we're going to be helping Ido get back home. You, on the other hand, you have violent intent? Ido was friendly. I think I'd rather let him go and run in his fields and be happy, and either take you in or destroy you. But we're not sending him back to you.
And who are you to say, huh? Just some puny human. Go ahead. Use your little pea shooter on me. Draw that kind of attention to yourself if that's what you want.
Oh, this... I'm certain this could do quite a bit of damage to you. But this isn't what I need. He's gonna holster it back in the concealed holster and take on his Digimon form. And kind of look at everybody else. They should do the same.
Yep.
Yep. No.
Yep.
As soon as you go to your Digimon form, that like made me like, okay, what? It's time.
It's the cue.
Yep.
No.
And we all, I'm pretty sure, Hyro
It's
transformed.
Digi
to his animal
time.
form. Yep.
All right,
gonna
cue
say
half an hour of transformation sequences, everybody. We'll see you all here next session for the actual next part.
Hyro, Digimon to Renamon!
Oh my god.
I love the Digimon anime, but god damn, we don't need those transformation scenes every episode.
All right,
At
so
least towards
it's
the
like a
end
cut
of
for
the
them.
season, they started doing them all together.
Yep.
just to get in the spirit of things, I have written 3 pages of Digimon transformation in explicit detail. We can go through them.
Go ahead.
No,
No.
stop, wait.
Let's just get into it.
Pause. Let's just go.
Yes.
All right. So everyone's transforming.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Ido. This is probably really off-putting for him. I'm just this like as he just glances to his left and's like, what?
It'll take some time to explain.
Just don't worry about it. We're still the same person. Just Digimon now. We'll explain afterwards.
Okay.
And as Ido looks at Cashel now in a small form.
Isn't it kind
He
of funny
may
that
be
like
tiny, but he is mighty.
He has presence.
Cashel goes from like the most intimidating person in the room to like tiny.
Yep.
Yes, but tiny does not necessarily mean he's not still intimidating. I'm pretty sure he
Kudamon
still has...
kicks butt.
Kudamon does kick butt. But he's also still got the highest presence out of everybody.
So is it
He has an
initiative
aura.
time?
What was that?
Yeah, what's right?
Is it initiative time?
Not just yet, unless Cashel's still waiting on their choice.
the creature will snarl in the direction of Ido, his lip quivering as a growl grows in his throat. But then the words that emerge are, cowards. I had you lot figured the type to team up, take down someone larger than yourselves. Fine. I'll find him again on my own time. But there's still the matter of getting us out of here.
As I said, you're not going back to the other side.
Oh yeah? Then what do you intend to do with me, big guy?
You'll be coming back with us. Or we destroy you here. Your choice. But we're not going to allow you to threaten the big one over there.
A faint hiss enunciates the expelling of air from his mouth as he says, "This ain't over, Galgamon." Before throwing his hands up and saying, all right. I'm in no hurry to be destroyed."
Great. Hyro, David, would you mind holding him while we see about getting our big friend here home?
Of course.
Yep.
I have tape. We can tape him.
He's not gonna hold him.
I'm not certain that would hold him in either way. We're going to be escorting him out of here.
Fair enough.
Would not be a good look to suddenly be walking around with somebody duct taped up.
Now I just have a stupid image in my head of like all the Digimon just walking out.
Nope.
The tape.
Not that. We're not doing that.
Man, this is one heck of a con. So many impressive fursuits.
All right. So we were in a hallway, and I assume there's a door to the dining hall in here, right?
There is. And
Cool.
from that door, you can already hear the squeaking and faint whistle of air pushing through the cracks.
Okay. Cashel's gonna go over to the door and carefully open it.
When you say
Wyatt-
carefully, describe your technique.
Wyatt braces himself.
Well, first off, do the doors open towards us or into the room?
Towards you.
Okay.
Fire safety code and stuff like that.
In that case, he's gonna kind of unlatch it and try to keep it from being flung open.
All right.
I assume he'll
Let's see.
transfer back. By
No,
the
not
way.
yet.
Oh.
Is there a roll for athletics?
Okay.
Or is there something more?
Athletics is
appropriate?
usually the proper one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because me and David are holding in the other Digimon.
Yeah.
Though on that front, Cashel's gonna real quick gesture for Sammy and Wyatt to help.
Yeah.
I've got athletic.
I also have got athletics.
And 1 point.
Cashel does not. Well, he's got one
Yeah.
dot, but yeah.
1 dot, but I don't have to.
Oh. 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 Okay.
You were were saying, Master?
Okay, maybe he doesn't need help after all.
Oh my god!
Oh no, Wyatt.
Yeah, that's why I ain't rolling.
I'm gonna willpower that maybe.
With the force of a bullet,
Back
yes.
to the bone.
Maybe I'll just soul that one, so it's not a botch. Okay, it's 1.
Wake up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Kenku raided my stream with 7 viewers.
Hey there, Kenku. Thank you very much for that raid. How are you? How was your stream? Welcome in, everybody. You have come into the middle of our Agents of Reflection Scar campaign. This is one of our Digimon tabletop RPGs being run with our custom Scar system. There's details about that on our Discord as well as on itch.io. Go take a look at it and let us know what you think. But I hope you had a great stream, Kenku. I'm gonna be in the chat from here. But thank you so much for sharing your community with me.
Is that how we can describe Cashel? He's fast like a speeding bullet, powerful like a 50 cal, able to defy gravity at will. It's Cashel.
Apparently.
And then there's Wyatt, who almost tripped over his own feet.
Have you seen those claws?
But he has a man bun.
Sammy, who
Yes.
can't fly. David, who almost killed everyone and is literally a dog.
Arr.
Hyro, who's cute. And Sammy, who again is afraid of elevators.
You'll see eventually.
And
Your
can't
final
fly.
destination.
I would try to roast Cashel, but the best I've got on him is he's not great at not calling people sir.
And tiny.
He's a little tiny.
Cashel looks at a woman. Is this a sir?
He is just using a... He is giving respect.
Uh-huh.
And to be 100% fair and all-inclusive, the storyteller who often forgets his own name and who was just speaking. There, now everyone's been roasted. Dang. Okay. So, even with the lack of leverage granted, are you on the ground actually, Cashel?
No, Cashel's going to be floating.
All right.
Putting the
Even
force
with
of
the
his,
lack
you know, that.
Yeah. Even with the lack of leverage from being just a floating tiny body, you are still able to keep this door pretty snug in place and manipulate it at will. And good thing too, because the amount of strength it is taking you to keep this door shut, it would have sounded downright cataclysmic if it had flown open and hit the wall, like it was going to.
Sounds like a gunshot.
Well, he is trying
from
to
that.
open it. He just doesn't want it to go flying against a wall.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're able to manipulate it at will and keep it more gentle. That said, you have effectively created a split wind tunnel, which, while not pushing you guys backwards, is absolutely buffeting you with an unbearable wind, making it hard to keep your eyes open.
Well, how the hell are we supposed to get him in there?
So, first things first, I would like to use my Quicksilver move in a more of a the term has just flown out of my head. Creative way.
Okay.
Normally, it's, he's, throwing metal on people to seal wounds and such, but in this case, I'd like to kind of use it to form a little bit of a mask over his eyes to help him be able to see still.
I see. And do you have control over whether this mask is transparent or is it just kind of a guarding plate?
I would say that it is a guarding plate. What he's going to be doing is kind of giving an angle for the wind to go up and over him. It's going to, cut down his ability to see still, but at least it should, redirect the air away. Give a more aerodynamic path for the wind instead of, directly on his face.
And an aerodynamic path it does certainly gain. Some of the wind is getting caught under the visor, but nowhere near as abrasive as it was before. You are now able to open your eyes and see with a limited cone of vision. How are the rest of you dealing?
I assume Ido just has the appendages covering his face as best he can, while the wind's probably just blowing his mane into it.
Well, I figured that only Cashel, Sammy, and Wyatt are actually in front of the door at the moment.
I mean, Ida's probably like right beside us, but
Yeah, he's probably just down the hall a little bit. Cashel definitely wanted to make sure that this other person could not try and slip free easily and just run into the portal, though, or into the rift.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're pretty much far back compared to the others.
yeah, Hyro and David and the captive are far back. Yeah.
And I was just getting the it fucking windy.
I think Wyatt lacking anything else is you just using his arm to block his face so he can like open his eyes and stuff.
David using those boxing gloves to punch each individual wind particle as it approaches. That said, your prisoner has had every bit of his costume blown off of him, barring that which is literally clinging to his body, revealing the face and head of a Betel Gamamon.
Oh!
Oh,
Good to know.
Interesting.
With this being a pretty common species, some of which even exist within Mirrorpool's own ranks, you all would know pretty much everything there is to know about this creature. As far as its capabilities, I mean.
Almost concerning.
What's the name again?
Betel Gamamon.
Well, I know that this would be your stop.
Ido does seem a bit apprehensive, more or less because he knows that the Betel Gamamon wasn't the only one that is pursuing him, but he will take a step forward here anyway. A nod.
Wyatt is going to talk to Ido for a second. Ido, before you go, can I ask a favor of you?
Sure, what is it?
On the other side, There is a human named Edgar. If at all possible, I'd like you to find him and protect him for me. Do you think you could do that?
I can try as best I can, though protecting him might be a tad difficult. Digimon on 10-2, I don't think you picked it up from him specifically. Ido glares in the direction and of the Batel Gamma Man. We tend to get hunted by each other a lot.
That's why I'm asking for your help.
I'll try as best I can. I don't know if I'll have any luck in finding him, but if I do, I'll at least try my best to pass on that that he's being looked for.
Yes. Tell him Wyatt sent you.
Ido will nod.
Okay.
I do hope that we are able to meet again someday, Ido, in a preferably less public manner.
Yes.
Your fur was very nice, and I would love to pat you more.
Ido will smile and just bow its head for a moment to let them do that.
Pat, pat.
And wag, wag, wag.
The wagging was the push he needs to fly through and into the rift. Just pet the Fluffy more, and he will find his way home.
If we all pet him together collectively, it'll, like, you know the Buizel tails being propellers? It'll start doing it to him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, go now. Probably better to have you home sooner rather than later.
Here's hoping. And don't want any of his goons be waiting for me there, but I think I can take them, or at least hold them off.
We'll be okay.
He'll be prepping to pass through.
All right. As you approach the doorway itself, where the wind tunnel has not split off, you find it a lot stronger wind-wise. And in such a confined space, it is actively trying to push you backward. I can go ahead and roll for the Galgamon, but as for everyone else, or is anyone else entering the room at this point?
Curious.
No, not right now.
Not yet.
Just out of curiosity, could I take, like, hypothetically, right? Not that I'm going to do this right now, but hypothetically, would I be able to take use of the wind to glide inside?
So, to glide inside?
Yeah, so, if there's just that much wind, it'll provide the lift for itself.
Basically a wind tunnel.
But the wind's pushing you away.
Yeah, that you might be able to glide in place if you want to use this for flight practice, but
Yes.
alas, I doubt you would be able to propel yourself forward.
Lame.
My bad thoughts once Hyro just to jump into the digital world.
No. You're holding the guy.
Oh, it's a good thing that you didn't go anywhere near the rift then.
Well,
Good way to derail everything.
guess
We all
we'll be
jump into the digital world.
guess we'll be looking for a new player.
Hyro having intrusive thoughts.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Intrusive thoughts.
Ido goes to jump in, and Ido suddenly jumps in after him.
I'm coming with you.
No.
No, you're not.
Anyway,
Yeah. Ido is easily able to make his way forward into the rift, and upon making contact, vanishes in a flash of purple light.
it occurs to me. How the fuck are we gonna close this thing?
Also,
We
Zolet.
had that device.
Yeah, we've got a
Yeah,
device
how-
for that. Zolet, don't worry, you're not the only one that can't spell Hyro's name.
Yeah.
Can
I mean-
Hyro not spell Hyro's name?
Nope.
Ren,
So, Mario,
post.
Mario.
Ren, post the emote.
I gotcha.
Ah, thank
No.
you, Kip
Hover
Kat.
over that name, Mario.
He misspelled
Wow.
his own name.
That's funky.
Ah! I mean, I can delete the emote, right?
Pretty sure you can and edit the name too if you.
Yeah. I mean, Hero is cool and all, but who is this?
Arrow.
Uh,
Anyway. I guess it's our turn to close the rift.
Yeah. So that's probably a problem.
So, David, do you know how to use the device?
Yes,
Are you certain?
I'm positive. The guy explained ad nauseum how to do this.
Do you need to repeat it for all of us so that way we can be sure that you know how to use the device?
I mean, it's probably a good idea for us to also know how to use it.
Out of character, I forgot how to do it.
Oh,
Because
you've
I'm
just
not one of those
fallen-
people that can learn through being told. I have to actually do it. So
you've
when
just
people
fallen
tell
into-
me how to do things, it goes in one ear and out the other.
High five, David. I am the same way.
You've just fallen into one of this particular storyteller's favorite traps, which is to force the player to remember something.
See, I remember.
And you found the perfect
That is
player.
No, I am vetoing that.
Aw, what?
That's a feels bad
Man.
moment. Everybody's got their lives. They've got stuff that they gotta do. Having to remember every little detail.
I was just gonna say, David goes in and performs the instructions that he was told perfectly.
The messed up part
I
is
can't
that would
remember them.
probably get by me. Because it's like, well, he.
He
I
was
suppose
told.
he may. He was told the instructions multiple times. I guess he would. If he says he does it perfectly, then I guess I have to take his word for it.
You place the thing under the rift. That's going to be a problem. You press the green button. First you make sure nothing is near the portal, the rift. No one is near the rift to get accidentally sucked in. You press the green button. You get away. You get clear of the area. It expels some anti-energy, whatever. The portal goes away. You go back to the thing and you press the red button because apparently there's a bad thing that happens if it's on for too long. And then you're good.
Too much antimatter in the air.
So hypothetical question: does it also include the other side of the portal when you have to make sure nobody is near it?
Theoretically.
It just sucks Ido
Oh, wait.
right back through.
So we have no idea if Ido is clear or not. That's the problem.
Cashel is 100% planning to make a device to keep Digimon in and let them back out and stuff. So that way, the next time we come across, someone like Ido, we can keep
Ido,
them.
we're gonna beat Ido again.
Cashel's gonna invent a spherical device that you can use to keep Digimon in data form where they're not to anyone, nor they like exist in this world. They get sent their little pocket dimension. You can carry the little spherical device.
Yeah, and for aesthetic reasons, I like the colors red and white. Of course, we're gonna need a button on it, so yeah, the button will be in the middle.
Anyway.
And we'll call them digital capsules.
I propose the Digiball.
That's even better.
Named after one of the things that Zim really liked.
Anyway. Wyatt will take over, restraining the guy for David if David's gonna go do the thing.
Okay. So I guess I gotta roll an athletics check to see if I can even get near this thing. Correct?
Alright. That's
storyteller.
absolutely correct.
Before you go, Cashel's going to pull out some of the rope he bought and tie an end around David's waist.
Oh, yes, thank you. I do not want to end up there.
We can switch places.
No, you're good. You're good where you are.
Sammy's also gonna offer David the 3-foot extendable pointy stick to press the button.
You know?
I'm good, thanks.
Actually might be useful.
I want it to be useful.
Alright, fine, I'll take the pointy stick.
Also, David, I'm going to warn... Ooh.
Actually, David might actually require that.
Oh yeah, that's true. All I can do is punch it.
Yeah, you've got big balls for hands.
There's
Give me the
a
pointy stick.
split.
And yes, Wyatt, what do you got?
I'm going to warn you that when you get close to it, the wind is going to reverse direction and it's going to start pulling you. Don't get pulled in.
I think that's what the rope is for.
Yes, it is.
Just warning you ahead of time so you don't go barreling into there and then suddenly it shifts direction and all your momentum pushes you through.
I understand.
Cashel's going to make sure that he's not the only one that has a grasp on the rope.
I can take the other.
Tie it somewhere.
The Battle Gamamon extends his hands.
I give him a look. Like, are you stupid kind of look?
But I can't want to help.
Actually, I'm okay with that.
What?
I mean, the worst he can do is let go. Because I'm still going to be holding it. Sammy's still going to be holding it. One more does not hurt.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea. It sounds like more help.
Wyatt's going to be prepared to fucking deck this guy if he does anything stupid.
Hyro's gonna be watching closely.
Alright, let's go. Azure, roll me. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Roll me 4 dice.
Let me roll! Just once!
That's so you got a 6, a 5, a 7, and a 2.
Hmm.
Can you body to reroll all those?
Yeah, let me body vigor those.
No, it's not vigor. It's body. It's a boost die.
Yeah,
not
body. The body boost. Yeah.
Okay, so that rerolling 3 dice.
And for the record, Matteo, we're not just, leaving the rope slack. We're feeding it as he's going.
So
Okay.
that's a 2 now. Because you rolled a 10 and a 1.
True combo. Let's go. Okay, well, we'll stick with the 2 then.
Is it forceful?
Yep.
All right, who's closest, to the Betelgemmon at this point?
Hyro and
Probably
Wyatt.
David and Pyro and Wyatt.
I'm like holding on to him.
I'm staring at him.
Hyro and Wyatt would both observe something of a smile beginning to cross his face, and the rope getting quite hot.
I'm gonna punch him right in the face. Fucking Zakio.
Oh no.
So should I roll accuracy?
Or athletics, your choice.
Ooh. I have more dice for my accuracy roll for the basic attack.
And if Wyatt misses, Hyro is gonna kick him.
Here.
Doing everything in his power to get jumped in this hallway.
Yeah. He's burning the rope, and we ain't having that. That is it's a 2.
Your strike isn't enough to knock him away from the rope entirely, but enough to send the message. You keep burning this rope, bad things happen. At which point, he lets out a grunt, and his hands rapidly cool, as does the rope, which now bears some deep scorch marks on either side of his hands.
But if he kept going, I was going to break up the electricity.
Well, like I said, if you didn't hit him, Hyro's gonna kick instead. Because he noticed it immediately as well. But yeah, Hyro's like, we're watching. We're watching you.
All right, and remind me the roll David made to get near the.
He got 2.
And did he get any assistance with that?
Nope.
Nope.
If he is visibly struggling, Cashel will go and try to assist.
Yeah, he's having a hard time keeping the precious feet he moves forward.
Actually,
I could
can
try
Cashel try and make a wedge out of the quicksilver?
Absolutely.
Never mind.
Yeah, he's going to kind of send that over and kind of grow a wedge shape, at least partway into it.
All right, I like this plan. The air now sailing a flow either side of David. David has naught to do but push the wedge forward for a much easier go of things. And so easy, in fact, it does not require another athletics check, or roll, or whatever we call it in Scar.
Yoo-hoo!
Pushes forward easily, although someone is probably going to need to spot him for when he's getting close to the rift.
Cashel is specifically, his head's poking, through the doorway to watch.
Okay, good. It would be a real shame for him to get all the way up to the rift and only know about it because his wedge suddenly disappears.
Well, after a certain point, it's gonna go the other way.
But anyways, he arrives there safely, wedged still firmly in place, assuming Cashel stops him.
Yes.
And now, it's just a matter of placing and using the device correctly. Woo me.
David puts the device snugly under the rift. He makes sure that the area is clear, and then he uses the poking stick to push the red button.
Not the green.
No, the green.
The green button.
Did you say red button?
Green first.
I said green. This is like it.
Okay, we're in the bad
Galaxy.
timeline. Got it.
Colorblind.
We're in the bad timeline. Got it.
Okay. To be fair, pressing the off button while the machine's already off doesn't do anything.
I mean, yes. He did say red button first, so.
Yeah, so yeah, nothing happens.
Okay, so it's like, oh, dang it. Pushes the green button.
Get out.
Today we learned David is colorblind.
Cashel is pulling on the
Dogs are
rope.
colorblind.
Alright. Now I need athletics from everyone who has hold of the rope.
Alright.
I unfortunately have hold of red guy. Of the
Red
Battle
guy.
Gallimon.
But,
Did
yeah.
not do so well. I'm just gonna let you know.
Oh god. I'm just gonna re-roll that whole thing.
I'll
I
taser
do,
him.
Yeah, I'm
a bit of
gonna
Oh my goodness gracious.
full power.
That's much better.
The problem is David and Wyatt, I feel, have the most athletics and body.
Oh, right, I'm rolling to help an ally. That's why I'm rolling bad. I'm gonna vigor push that.
Okay.
I can hold on. I can do willpower and I forgot what's the one that lets you lower difficulty by one? Or no, that's a bigger. Never mind. Or wait. Body lets me reroll everything that wasn't that die, right?
3
Only-
dice that weren't.
It's 3 per spent boost.
Okay. Then yeah, it was just bigger. I just messed myself up for a moment. Ah yeah, I'm good.
All right. With a 5 total, assuming I've read this right, you guys managed to keep hold of the rope and just barely contain the immense pressure of the rift beginning to turn in on itself. It happens slowly enough for you, David, to realize this poor telescopic pointer is lost to the rift one way or another. Either it's going to lose all of its pieces into the rift as it begins to pull, or you're going to wind up letting go of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy,
It is
sad.
job. That's all
Sammy
it needs
just,
to do.
just the 07. Salute.
He did salute.
Salute.
So, which is it, David?
I let go of the pointer.
All right.
Maybe Idol will make use of it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We meet Idol someday in the future and it's just like, hey, look, this thing is really helpful when you don't have hands. I can point at everything.
He has hands.
Well, you know, metaphorically. It's like the paw.
No, he has
And
the
then-
things on his back.
Oh, that's true. It's weird.
And then And then you watch on, entirely helpless to intervene, as tables, table covers, cakes, all manner of food fly from the tables nearby into the rift.
Freak
Uh,
fried up.
Aw, I wanted that
I'm
cake.
surprised they were even still on the tables in the first place with all the air blowing out.
Yeah, same here.
That was good cake.
I hope Ido's clear of it, or he's gonna get just like a cannonball of debris launched at him.
Debris of food.
Food
Yeah.
and furniture.
Maybe it'll be like a cartoon, like Ido's having the fight of his life, desperately trying to survive, and then all of his enemies just get blanketed in cakes and food.
And tables and
tables and
chairs
chairs.
and...
Yep.
He's out there, he's on the other side preparing to fight an army. And it's literally just... For the, how many of you have seen the Fate series? In particular with Gilgamesh?
No.
Oh, well, basically a bunch of... He brings up a bunch of portals behind him and just launches a whole bunch of weapons.
Oh, that, but
That,
furniture and food.
Yeah, the Gilgamesh Grand Phantasm, exactly. Because apparently in the Fate series, nobody could actually be an archer.
The thing
Wait,
that came
what?
to mind for me was random bullshit. Go!
So, the premise of the series, real quick, is people summon ancient heroes, spirits, to fight for them for the Holy Grail. And they come in different classes. One of them is Archer. And nobody that comes in as an archer actually uses a bow and arrow. Gilgamesh, in that particular one, is an archer. The way he attacks is summoning portals that launches a whole bunch of halberds and swords and other things. Technically a ranged attack, sure, but not a bow and arrow.
Not a conventional one.
There's another archer that he at least uses a bow. However, what he launches with the bow are swords.
That's based.
What?
Yes.
Wild. Either way.
We are getting David clear of the thing, right? Because that was like the next step, get away from it.
Yeah, that's the pulling on the rope, right?
Did we, Maddie?
I
Yes.
just realized we probably want to do that.
Or at the very least, you hold them in place while the rift collapses in on itself fairly quickly. And then you have an anti-rift machine, a siege ender, as Jacob called it, positively spewing this dark purple gas into the air above itself.
Push the
Yes, the
red
portal.
button.
David punches the red button.
He has to. I assume it's not actually punching it. You just slam your glove down on it.
Yeah, basically.
Dive for it.
At least
and
you
just-
paid for it.
And then
Please don't break it.
I'm gonna Chef Mikey this machine.
the gas ceases to emerge from the machine as a faint little booty doo plays from within the machine.
David punches the machine. The screen fades to black. There has been a nuclear attack reported. Okay. Thank goodness.
We all, well, except for those who holding Battle Gamemon, relax.
Oh,
Okay.
gonna full up on the floor after letting go of the rope.
Grab the device, David. Let's go back to our human forms, get the captive back in his disguise, and get out of here.
Let's do that.
Wait.
David grabs the machine, puts it in the bag. It reverts to human form.
It'd be fine if we keep one of us in our digiform, you know. Hyro can make like as if he was just a suit, and then I
No.
mean, you'll have to be. Yeah.
Hyro, Sammy, I would say you two go to the hotel room, get yourselves, get Hyro into suit, go down, you know, do the plan. The rest of us are going to go up to the roof and with our captive here.
You sure you can handle him?
We have
Yeah,
David
Hyro
with
gave-
us.
Okay,
Ouch.
making sure. I'm just saying it because if you remember what happened last time with Nuke, that was you know, it was a problem.
Well, none of us stayed with them. This time
Exactly.
we'll have some. I mean, we'll have people with them.
Just making sure. That's totally not because I don't want to miss the action if it happens.
Cashel is going to send a text to Estrella. All clear, rift is closed, we have a captive, the Ido is back home.
And
As you were
while
sending, sorry, go ahead.
Cashel's doing that, I'm gonna sigh. Or Hyro's gonna sigh, grab Sammy, and
You don't have to drag me. I was gonna say let's go do the boring thing and drag you along.
Boring thing.
we're
Who
going
wants
to
to
use
get
the
all
elevator.
dressed
I
up?
am not gonna walk up the freaking stairs
Or down.
downstairs.
It's good for your legs.
I don't care.
You're
We're
gonna
going-
have a fantastic rear.
Nope,
Yeah,
nope.
No, he already's gonna have a workout crawling around.
Exactly. We're going to use a freaking elevator.
Fine.
You were trying to say, Maddie?
While you were trying to send that text, or rather while you're typing it up, the door behind you flies open, and a very out of breath Estrella, doubled over, clutching at her chest, with a very artsy little fabric bag hanging from her left shoulder, will about half manage to mutter, "Nobody move. I've got the situation under control. Where's the suspect?"
Cashel's just going to point.
I assume we're just standing there with him in plain view.
Oh, she can't see you. She is totally doubled over, clutching at her chest and hyperventilating. Like, sprint up the stairs.
No, honey.
Yep. We're using the elevator. Let's go. Let's come on, Sammy. As I drag Sammy to the elevator.
I can walk.
I'm not trusting you.
Well, if you can't trust me, how can you trust yourself?
I mean, I trust Cashel, just not you. Well,
I said
let me rephrase
yourself.
that. Not with you with elevators.
Fine.
Hyro smiles.
Let's go, Queen.
Good freaking. Ugh!
Sammy being sassy is weird.
Estrella will approach the Gamamon once she's collected her breath and say simply, "So, what part did this one play in all of this?"
They also came through the rift. We did not want to send it. Cashel's gonna go ahead and pull her to the side, actually. Make sure that the Digimon cannot hear. Basically, Ido was angry and fearful of the Digimon there. It was trying to defeat him and take his data. And so we did not feel it would be... I did not feel that Ido would have gone willingly to the other side if we were sending him with. So we gave him two choices. We'll destroy him, or he comes back as a captive. He chose to surrender.
I see.
He did mention something called the Coming Place, though I do not know if that is a real thing or not.
The what? Are you
Cashel
sure you're
just
not falling
shrugs.
for some Western colloquialism?
All I know is what he said. I wanted to get this situation resolved because we are kind of on a timetable with that room being it's going to be very packed soon.
White like glances over at the room that is probably completely messed up, just destroyed.
Well, yeah, that's
And-
not our problem.
Yeah, no, but no party is being held there anymore.
Sure, but if we are here and people see the room messed up with us here,
Just place a sign that says party cancelled.
Well, I'm glad you managed to keep the situation under control.
So,
I will handle the Gamamon, she says, extending a hand outward for a blue sword with brilliant energy emanating from it appears in her hand. And slowly the arm which summoned forth the sword begins to change. I half expected you to object to her basically saying she was going to kill the Gamamon.
ah,
I wasn't sure.
is there some policy against bringing back captives? I, for one, could see use in having him around at the base because I intend to do some research and attempt to develop new technology that would benefit the organization as a whole.
I see no fault in that.
And a guinea pig would be useful.
I see no fault in that. And similarly, I think it a shame to waste such a life, even if it is one so aggressive. But there's still the matter of convincing Miss Raban.
Again, is there a policy against bringing back captives? Are we not supposed to do that?
It
As far
depends
as
on
I
the
was
day.
aware, bringing back captives was perfectly fine.
It depends on the day, who's doing it, and what their justification is, I'm afraid. She says, clearly a bit over whatever it is she's talking about herself. You see, Raban has a fickle sense of authority. One day you're bringing back a captive for questioning, say, your friend from the last mission. And that is all right. The next, you're bringing back a Digimon you simply do not wish to kill, and it is a threat to Valen Castillo and to the headquarters itself. This is what I believe the outcome will be. But by all means, if you think you have an argument or a chance, I won't stop you.
I really don't want to get on Mr. Bond's bad side.
I mean, Cashel at this point is getting very tired of this Raban person.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
Valen
Mhm.
seems great.
Mm.
For Bond, on the other hand, I think we could probably
Do without her. Yeah, well, good luck.
Well, Raban strikes me as the type that if it were up to her, she'd find a rift, stick a nuke in there, and just nuke the whole digital world.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, there's a hate there.
I think we will bring him back. And if I remember from the actual briefing, she was okay with bringing them back. She preferred we kill, but, you know. But correct me if I'm
Yes,
wrong remembering that.
This was Ido, a docile Digimon who hadn't harmed humans up till this point. She was unaware of any actual threat, such as this Betel Gamamon definitely poses.
True, but as far as we're aware, he also has not hurt anyone.
Except Ido, maybe.
That's a fair argument, and maybe that'll hold some water.
I mean, he's not to be trusted.
Oh, definitely
he's
not.
Literally wanted to kill Ido, but
It was more than
she,
content to let me fall into the rift.
She, from what we've kind of seen, she doesn't care about Digimon life. She cares about human life.
But she'll say, I stand by whatever decision you will choose to make, and will defend it to the best of my ability. But please, don't get too attached. I fear she will call for its execution.
I have no qualms with that. Frankly, my experiments will probably result in its death either way.
yikes! Holy shit!
The Gamamon visibly tenses up as you say that.
Oh no, this was away from him, out of earshot.
Yeah.
Right. My bad.
No, the Gamma won't hear this at all.
Mm-hmm. I assume the Gammon is probably like sizing up David and Wyatt. Pondering if he can like run for it.
I mean, if it's just you two, he's actually getting a little cocky now. Like he's even taunting you a little bit.
He's getting.
No, it's also David.
Yeah, it's
Wyatt David and Wyatt, right?
Yeah.
We'll beat the shit out of him.
We should go ahead and get our way up to the helicopter. Sammy and Hyro are going to do the cover-up, and they'll join us there.
Very well. Do you still intend to take your day of vacation? She said with a half chuckle.
Was that something I was supposed to have?
We have an overnight stay.
I mean, we didn't sleep in yet, so.
Yeah. We've basically not used the hotel room except for storage. But also, we have a guy who's gonna run the second he can.
I mean, we could do a lot of stuff. We could just send him and then we stay for a day.
We need like a contingent of guards for him. Or whatever, a group of guards.
Some of us would have to go back with them. Who we could draw lots.
I would say the others in the team can enjoy the stay. Perhaps you and I could go back and take him, and then Crane can come back to pick up the others on the morrow.
You and David, or you and me?
Cashel and Estrella.
Oh.
She looks a bit taken aback by what you said and says, That's very flattering, sir, but I do not date American men anymore.
First off, I am Irish. Secondly, I'm gay.
You don't speak that way.
He passed for the other team.
Maddie guesses one good zinger in just under the wire. Damn. Estrella tilts her head and says, "Oh, well, I just kind of assumed. Never mind. If this is what you want, then yes, let's take him back."
We just don't have the means of holding him here. Unless you have ideas on how we could store him, but I feel like Raban will be very unhappy if we were to send him back without explanation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh during your talking, but I have the unique experience of now being able to get DMs as reactions to the story in real time. Someone just sent me, I don't date American men anymore. I would have spit out my drink if I had been drinking. I'm glad people still like my jokes. Anyways, she says,
Hey, Maddie, you're a good storyteller.
Yeah. I don't believe that yet. Anyways, she nods and says, "This is understandable. But, are you sure you wish to divide up your group?" The storyteller quietly asking if you really want to split the party.
Oh no!
Split the party? Split the party?
No.
I do
Oh,
not.
no. Oh no!
But again, we can't leave him just free. So I suppose we all should go ahead and extract.
Oh dear. I had hoped you would get to stay and enjoy your con, but I suppose work always calls, eh? She says, scratching the back of her head.
It would be fun, but
I mean, with the amount of money we're earning, I'm sure we can visit one later in the year.
we could probably take a vacation later, couldn't we? A proper one without, being on
Work.
mission. We do get vacation time, yes?
Yes, when there aren't globe-spanning emergencies.
We get
Ah.
1 hour every 20 years.
Oh.
You need not always be on call, but it is best if you are reachable.
Well, in that case,
Keep your work phone on you.
do we still need a way to contain him.
Just get him.
Of course.
If you have ideas, I would be more than happy. But you are the experienced agent here. You would know more than I do.
Just a little bit. Tell me, has Valen imbued you with your first Digivolutions yet?
No. I'm
She
afraid I
smiles.
do not know what that is.
Sorry, I don't know what they're called in the.
Champion in form.
Well, Digivolution is the right term, but I'm kind of going off of... If we haven't been told it in character, we don't know it. Because there's a lot that has been left out of the training.
Yep.
What do you
Oh, of
mean Digimon Convolution?
So as far as we're aware, I'm going off of the assumption that as far as we're aware, we don't know what Digivolution is.
Mm,
We had no idea that, Ido was a champion. Or this guy's a champion.
They're just Digimon to us.
I see. In that case, allow me to avail you of some information. She continues to let her form change, as she had started before. And let me find the prior form. How do you pronounce this?
I don't know what it is, so...
Yeah.
That's fine. I've got it. Her shape changes to be more consistent with that of a rabbit, though it's as though its ears are tied tightly behind its head and fan out into blades. Her hands extend into long yellow claws. She has taken on the form of a Simbare Angoramon.
Ooh.
Which I don't know. I don't anticipate you guys would know also has its own previous forms, but this is the one she goes straight into.
Yes.
Uh,
I know that.
I watch Ghost Game.
I also
Uh,
watch Ghost Game.
What's the name again?
I'll post it in the. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This
Neat.
is the form that I operate in most often. And it is roughly on par with your captive. However, for more dangerous missions, she says, surrounding her body with a bright yellow glow, and becoming a bit bulkier, with more mechanical looking limbs, pseudo wings under her arms, and her ears no longer being blades, but much longer, more rabbit-like ears. Outside of game, Lamortmon. But this is a step above. And the truly privileged may even have a form beyond this. Needless to say, with each step up, you are leagues more powerful than what came before you. And in this form, this one, she says, gesturing towards the Gammamon, could not hope to harm me. Not on his own.
I wonder what's Gabamon reaction to all this.
I assume they're like the next room over, or if we're in the hallway or the whatever adjoining thing, they're in the room proper.
Ah, okay.
Suffice to say, I believe if we made him aware that this is a threat, she said, gesturing towards her own body, I believe he will behave. If you wish for me to go alone with him back to headquarters, we can do just that.
I think you should be able to enjoy it, and we could take shifts, keeping an eye on him, but I like the idea of you of revealing this and letting him know that if he does get out of line, you'll be right there ready to take him.
Holding him captive inside of your room, eh? I like
Why
this
not?
plan. Then let us go meet our new friend.
Cashel's gonna walk a step into the hallway and, to the other side to make room. And let her come, just walk into the hallway.
Catch the Gamamon on the tail end of a string of insults that ends with, "Yeah, and you're literally a dog and don't even have a man bun." Before he turns his head and sees the Lamortmon, and his eyes double in size.
Dinner plates.
Yep. As he begins trying to back away.
Nope, holding him.
So, we are going to have ourselves a little vacation and enjoy the convention. You will be under watch by one of us at all times. If you go even a slight bit out of line, my friend here is going to teach you the meaning of pain. Understood?
He is too panicked to respond, as by the time she is within 15-20 feet of him, he has begun screaming hysterically and trying to pull away from his captors.
Oh my god.
He is truly afraid that this Digimon has come to claim his data.
Oh, cathartic.
Cashel's gonna backhand him.
Yeah.
Feel the backhand of justice!
Man, and Sammy and Hyro missed all this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he is firmly backhanded, which shuts him up, but his eyes do not come unglued from Estrella.
You listening now?
Yes.
Feel
Yes.
the
Whatever you say,
backhand
just
of
keep her away from me.
Cashel's just going to repeat his threat.
Okay. Just please. I don't want to die. Why did I slip into her accent?
This new survival method, trying to sound like the person you're afraid of.
Yep, that's it. Just please, okay. I'm sorry. I'll do whatever you say. Just keep her away from me.
Estrella, I think we've made our point. We can go back to normal.
Shame. It's kind of fun seeing someone so cocky being brought low.
Bold,
However.
I believe is the term.
What did you say?
Humbled, I believe is the term.
The largely French-speaking woman will kind of tilt her head and say, whatever. Snap her hands, snap her fingers. If you're happy and you know it, snap your hands. And turn back to her regular self. Damn. I was just starting to enjoy Artist Alley when you called. I think you guys should go check it out. Leave me with Baby for a while.
Sounds like a plan. We'll see you up in the room later then. Just text me when you would like relief on the watch.
Of course, Cashel. And should you need me to get started with your interrogation early, please let me know.
Absolutely.
And with that, she will take the Gamamon by the wrist and say, "Follow me." Assuming the others let go of him.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And she will confidently take him back towards the room, leaving you guys to do as you wish.
Maybe
You think he'll
vacate
make it
the
through the
area.
day?
I said maybe vacate the area before someone sees what's
Yeah.
left of the place.
Yeah. Let's not be here.
Okay, well, I suppose we can go ahead and go and enjoy the con. Cashel is going to send a text to Sammy. Proceed with the cover up, though we are going to be staying the night. So after doing your cover up, just go back to the room, store the suit, and enjoy the con.
Thumbs up, finger gun, tongue sticking out, smiley face, sparkles.
That is so Sammy.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
He's gonna hold the phone to David. Can you translate?
I think that is an affirmative.
Okay.
That he acknowledges that the green light is given.
Okay. Well, shall we get down then?
Yep. Hmm.
As you head down to enjoy a day at the con, it's already a little late. Things are starting to wind down, but there's still lots of events to go see. There's the rave, the artist alley, and dealer's den are open for another hour or so. And, I mean, you could always just hang out and meet people. What would you like to do?
I think Cashel will head for the artist alley.
Hmm.
All right. Rest of party, what we thinking?
I assume me and Hyro are able to enact the scheme without issue.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
How
People
painful.
are quite disappointed when Neo Ido is revealed to be just a guy.
Ruin the magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't break the illusion. You're making kids cry.
That was my plan the entire time.
And yet, up until that point, people had been remarking on how cute and how beautiful you looked in your tiara.
God freaking!
I thought you would have gotten rid of that by now, huh?
I totally forgot about it.
Nope. Still had it on the entire time. And I could totally see Sammy having taken the tiara and putting it on top of the fursuit head.
Yes, absolutely. After all, it looks really good on you, Queen. Unless you'd like to consider using the stairs. Then, of course, you'd have to take it off because, I mean, that'd be terrible to wear while using the stairs.
Sammy driving.
Sammy can't see since I'm still wearing a suit, but I am so glaring at Sammy right now.
I was just saying, Hyro. You know, but we should get back to the room now that people saw you. Let's go take this off and let's just enjoy, Cashel said we could enjoy the thing, so let's go do that.
Well, we have to go back to the hotel first so I can take off the freaking suit.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do that. I'll accompany you, especially if you want to take the stairs.
Oh, speaking
So-
of which,
So you're gonna ditch me if I take the freaking elevator?
No, I'll accompany you. I'll take the tiara off if you take the stairs.
No, we're taking the elevator. I'm not gonna get more sweaty in this first suit than I am right now.
very reasonable. Sammy,
What?
you never learn.
Mr. God, the elevators are evil, I tell you.
Oh, I
Shakes
know.
fist at the sky.
And this time's a little different.
What?
This time, as the elevator, this time, you've managed to enjoy the rides a little bit more because it's not such an isolated thing. The glass walls of the elevator allow you to see everything around you as you travel up and down. Maybe contributes to a bit of motion sickness, but it doesn't feel so confined. Until that faint humming begins again. All of time seems to stop.
Is
The
Hyro?
elevator... Hyro is not conscious of any of this, no.
Of course. Okay.
Are there other people or is it just Sammy and Hyro?
Just Sammy and Hyro for now. As the elevator grinds to a halt loudly. And then you can hear the metal creaking and shifting as the elevator sways side to side, rotating, giving you a better view of the entirety of the inside of the hotel. Nevertheless, you are stuck with the sound of that damned humming that grows louder and louder and louder.
I'm gonna, crouch down against the wall and, cover his ears and just go, "What do you want? Please, leave me alone."
It's almost time.
Time for what?
Floor to come up. Ding. Oh my god, that one got read real good.
You know what?
No, go with your original plan. I just had to throw that in.
That was a great moment. It also had the unintended consequence of sucking all the air out of that moment.
I'm sorry.
So we're just gonna let that be what actually happened. Of course, whatever was speaking to you, Sammy, didn't make that same joke. It wasn't quite as clever. But instead, all you get in response is ding and the door opening.
And is Hyro unfrozen?
Yep. In fact, everything is back as it should be, with you guys on the floor you're supposed to be on.
Including Sammy, or Sammy where he was before the ding?
What, like mid-air?
Yes.
No, well, I thought it would be
No,
more
he's on the elevator.
like,
Fine.
is he curled up in the corner still, or is he standing where he was standing?
Oh, yes. Hyro, though you weren't watching. Actually, no. Because you weren't watching, you were not aware that Sammy, to the rest of the world, just snapped down into that position, like in an instant. Like, time skip instantaneous. Snap down to the position he's in now. Nearly fetal position, crying on the floor of the elevator.
Sammy, come on. Let's go.
What did that?
And
Gotta get over his fear of
Hyro.
elevator. Like, come on.
Hyro. He looks up to stare at Hyro with like the most desperate, sullen, sunken eyes. I think I'm gonna die.
Why do you say that all of a sudden?
Time is almost out.
You what?
Time is almost out.
That-
Time is almost out.
Hyro's just gonna push Sammy out of the elevator with his fursuit head.
And we rolled out of the elevator. Oh. Wait, shit, what time is it? Oh, fuck. I really want to get some... There are stairs here, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
we're on the floor that we need to be for our room.
Yeah, but like, as long as there's stairs... I mean, I can go down and check out stuff.
Well, can you help me, unsuit this first?
Go on the elevator again, Sammy.
Right? Okay, I'll help you, but on one condition.
What?
You have to believe me. I don't want to go on another elevator.
Hyro is just gonna tilt his head.
Look, it's not that I'm afraid of them, okay? Like, elevators are fine. They're just a mechanical device. It takes things up and down. That's it. They're even safe. I understand all of that. I know how they work. Elevator machine, okay? Machine work, me happy with machine work, good. But ever since like going over to Mirrorpool, something's up. It's just there's something about them, right? And I know I'm seeing things and you're not seeing them, and Cashel isn't seeing them. I know there was one time you saw it, and I know you saw something, right? I don't know what it is about them, but there's something going on. And I genuinely think it might be something that's after me and only targeting me.
But why you then?
Hyra, why are you? That's the best answer I can give you. I don't know. It just is.
Well, come on, let's give me all this fursuit. Because I kind of look ridiculous talking to you like this, to be honest.
Okay, fine. But if you make me go on another elevator, I'm never helping you again.
Look, as soon as I get the office fursuit, we're not gonna take an elevator here with you. I'm
Or
gonna take
in
it for myself. But if I'm with you, we're gonna take the stairs, okay?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hyro
really
nods.
I'm just gonna go get Hyra out of the fursuit.
Yep. And we're gonna walk down the stairs to the first floor to catch up with the rest of you guys.
I have a question. When they're in the
Okay.
room, they see Estrella in the Betelgeumon, right?
Oh, well, probably, yeah.
Is he like in the fetal position? Is he like still freaking out a little?
Okay. The part I hadn't considered is they probably wouldn't recognize that it's Estrella as this giant beast penguin looking thing standing over him all menacing like.
Well, they wouldn't, right?
No, we
They
wouldn't
would-
know. We walk into the room, close the door behind us, and just stare at the two Digimon. May I help you?
He's enormous, by the way.
I know.
Lamont is huge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, may I help you? Trying
in
to
the
stay
room.
calm.
Holy shit, you're like Hyro tall.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, at the shoulder, maybe.
Oh, and he's Sammy. And Hyro's
If-
Hyro.
Everything's going to be fine. Just enjoy your con. And you, she says, very suddenly shaking the Battlemon. Or the Gamamon. Don't fall asleep. I didn't give you permission to fall asleep.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
You know?
Do we
The fur-
recognize? Is it just still the same voice?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
You know?
So you got this all taken care of. Looks like you don't need us. And Hyro is just gonna step out after he unfursuits.
And gets dressed, I assume.
It just unpursuits, walks out in boxers and a tank top.
And drenched.
And drank
Oh,
his
yeah.
sweat.
Take a shower. Probably.
To be honest, if I was at a FurCon and saw that, I would know exactly what is happening.
You walk
Like,
into a room, you see two Digimon. Yep, I know exactly what's happening.
Well, no, not the Digimon thing. Somebody fucking walking around drenched in sweat in their underwear. I'd be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what just happened.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's Geemon.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Big game breaking!
Oh
It's
my
Demon.
god.
What has Demon unleashed?
Game break. Oh no.
It's not
I've
usually
never worked
that
with one of these
bad,
before.
but
This is gaming we're talking about.
I mean, Geemon can be nice sometimes.
Sometimes.
He's a chatter
Oh,
right now.
given the way this episode is going, I am definitely going to forget about that. So could you
Oh, I'll
could you pin
remind
this
ya.
to our DMs? Yeah. Okay.
That sounds terrifying.
But
It
that's-
does. It sounds very terrifying.
Mhm.
I probably need to talk to Given and see if we can come up with an interpretation that he's going to like.
But yeah,
Thank you,
so
Given,
Hyro
for
is
that.
gonna take off her fursuit, take a very, very fast shower, get dressed very quickly in the bathroom, and head out.
By the time you're taking a shower, Sammy's gone.
Why?
He ain't risking being forced into the elevator again.
Hyro just like, oh, I guess Sammy just went out. Okay,
But
back to the elevator then.
He will be waiting for Hyro at the bottom of the stairs, but that's a separate thing.
Or the bottom of the elevator.
No. Never.
Not even sitting near it.
They're scary.
So
we gotta know the conclusion of this sooner or later, Sammy.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll get there.
I think Geemon just redeemed the conclusion.
As for the rest of you, Cashel, I know you're going to the artist alley. Where are the rest of you going?
What's active right now?
We have the rave. We have artist alley, dealers den. We have the main ballroom, the stage, and just the common area.
I'll go to the artist alley as well.
Yeah, I think Wyatt's just gonna follow Cashel around because he doesn't really have anything else to do.
Is the artist alley where I go to waste money?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, perfect. I saved up for a good reason.
No, Rainforest is where you go to waste money. That may be a joke from before
David-
everyone's time. Never mind.
David's just gonna mill around in the common area.
All right. Let's handle artist alley interactions first. Cashel, what you looking at? What you thinking of buying?
Sorry, it was,
All right, Sammy. Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was I'm preparing food and was taking care of that real quick.
No worries.
Cashel's mostly just kind of looking around at the moment, seeing what is there to see. I'm sure some of them probably have prints to take and to buy, so I'll probably be examining some of those in particular.
Oh, of course. And at least a dozen of the AtCon artists have already drawn up 2 or 3 different pictures of Ido in all his glory, blissfully unaware of what Ido truly was.
Yeah.
Cashel's gonna grab one of those
Yeah.
in particular.
I think Wyatt might do the same.
A gently colored ink sketch will run you about 30 credits.
Done.
And if you want something even more glorious, like a hand-painted, mural-sized portrait, that'll run you a good bit more.
He's got
But I'm
money.
assuming you want something. I'm assuming you want something that'll survive the helicopter ride home.
A helicopter ride is a problem. I'm sure he could find a way to have it survive. Like, how big are we talking?
Like, we're talking as tall as you. And about twice as wide.
Okay, yeah, then he'll go for something much smaller.
But yeah, aside from that, you've got your usual fare. People doing their own OCs, other people's OCs, and even people taking commissions. Oh, and of course, you do have the one odd reseller who's clearly got an account with Temu.
I feel like Wyatt, while going through this, would like look at things that don't really seem his speed, like his type of thing, and then get a little sad and move on, but like kind of obviously.
All right.
Haro is gonna get foxes.
Carcerus knows the struggle. Foxes, you said?
Yes, plushy fox. I should be more specific.
Oh, that's cute.
That's adorable.
No.
You managed.
Hyra's adorable.
You managed to find. The reseller has a few of those, but also if you want something more hand done, especially in the field of crochet, there's several of these as well, although they'll be much more expensive.
Haro would rather get the one with the more expensive ones. They look more quality.
Absolutely. But with quality comes a price, and the better ones are offering their services for around 60 credits.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, yeah.
We
Haro
are
is gonna take
slightly rolling in cash.
Gotta love the
Yeah.
company card.
Come home, slap the portrait on Urban's desk. Look what you made me give up. Look at him.
Cashel's got a photo of him doing the puppy dog eyes for that.
All right. Have I got everyone who had a specific interaction, Sammy?
I was curious, how much bird art can I get?
So much bird art. How many credits do you have?
I have 2,500 credits I'm budgeting to this.
Jesus Christ.
I want the bestest bird art that has ever been birded.
Well, the mural painter is more than willing to.
That I can actually transport in the helicopter.
Okay, all right. In that case, that amount of money will still get you about 200 smaller sketches, digital art, and just all manner of people doing all different kinds of birds.
Okay, so let's pick like we're gonna get like 3 really good high quality birds. It's very colorful birds. Maybe a pink one just in case.
Oh, and Dockies. How did I forget Dockies?
You actually read my mind key. I want to get a 3D printed bird.
3D printed bird? Hell yeah.
It's 3 bird arts. A 3D printed bird. And actually, I want to see if I can get them to custom make a little like art for species that very coincidentally match the party members. You know,
Oh, that's
something
super cool.
that looks like each of them, but it's not the Digimon form.
And is this the printer or artist?
Artist.
Oh, don't worry, Key. That's coming up. So yeah. Of course, you get different people to do it. Of course, it's going to be in a bunch of different styles because no one person can handle 4 additional commissions all at the same time without shutting down for the day.
That's perfect.
Especially given that they've got an hour to do it all if you want it the same day.
Yes, and it's doubly perfect if like the styles kind of correspond to their personalities a little bit. So you get like a very serious, like very kind of traditional like painting style for Cashel, and you get like a very kind of whimsy or like more fantasy-esque for Hyra. And Sammy's just needs to have like a perfect weather background. He will not accept anything less than completely weather accurate clouds.
Oh, you're one of those type of customers.
Yes. Sammy's very picky. Yeah, about how much is that gonna run me? So like, 3 bird arts, a 3D bird, and 5 arts for each of the party members. All looking for like full good shit arts.
I will tally those up later. I didn't have a set price.
Spending money on this one.
Anyone else have something they want to do?
Maddie pushes us to stay and enjoy the con. Also, Maddie, I was not prepared for this.
I was not prepared for so many specific artist alley requests.
I wrote them down. I'll follow up on them.
Yeah.
And then the rave.
There's also one particular scene I'm really, really, really trying to get to before 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I mean,
we may
we
not
can
get there, though.
Yeah, we can have that scene start for the next section.
Sure. That said, did anyone else have a particular scene they wanted to play out?
I mean, Hyro's happy with his fox plushie, so.
Nothing for me.
How about Wyatt?
Probably not, because unless anyone else is gonna ask him what he talked to Ido about.
What about you, David?
I'm good.
And Cashel.
Well, first off, when you were talking to Ido, you were right next to Cashel. Cashel heard the whole thing.
Yep.
Cashel doesn't.
Quiet.
Cashel does intend to ask about that, but not in the middle of a con floor.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he will have noticed that Wyatt is looking at things and then, moving on. So he is going to nudge Wyatt and go, if there's something you want, get it.
It's not something I particularly want.
Wyatt? I can see the longing on your face as plain as day.
It really isn't what you think.
Then what is it? Or is it something we should discuss later?
Wyatt looks away and just probably.
In that case, get something. I've seen you eyeing those various posters. Go on. Give in to your degenerate side.
I know.
I think I'm good. Maybe I'll get like, I don't know, a plush or something. Wyatt genuinely doesn't really seem to know what to get or like what he even would want.
Very well, if that is your choice.
Yeah. Wyatt's just gonna continue wandering, looking at things.
Oh. I believe that's where we're going to have to cut this one off. We are 2 minutes over time, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Time
That's
limit's
fine.
stinky.
Well, we just gotta wait till Thursday.
Yep.
Tell you what, though, I will end on a pretty tasty cliffhanger, if I may.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Go right ahead.
Shit. Who am I looking for?
There's one
Okay.
target for this.
No, it's okay. I know who it is, but I know which character it is. I forgot who played them. So, our boy,
Which one?
who is Wyatt,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
as your pretty soon, the artist alley is coming to a close. People are being ushered out, and you know, people have got their things. You've got whatever you did or didn't get, and you know, just kind of losing yourself in the moment, in the shuffle, walking around in this crowd of people. And then all of a sudden, you feel this buzz on your wrist. And then it begins vibrating nonstop.
Who's feeling this?
Wyatt.
Wyatt will look at his fitness bracelet, which is what is on his wrist.
You are being inundated with hundreds of weekly goals updates from a connected device. And that's where we're going to end for today.
That's
Interesting.
beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
So thank you everybody for joining us today for Agents of Reflection Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by grabbing some packs of cards to stream loots, picking up some merch over at zgfgaming.store, or by going and checking out my friends who also stream, such as our storyteller, Matteo Rasu, who you definitely should go check out. This is a threat. Go. Check him out. Support him. Do it. Now. Click the link. If you're watching this on YouTube anyways. Because it's in the description. Go. Check out Matteo. Do it.
Now.
Now. And thank you, Key, for that link in the chat. Go. Check him out. Anyways, I bid you all the most fondest to Duke.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.